thing about the thing you get to do now is think about it. I've always been told that this is true. Do I think it is? Why do I think it's true? Are there good reasons for thinking it? Right? And a kind of critical assessment of those kinds of things. But really, the meaning that I think is worth us focusing on, though Socrates himself focuses on it, is thinking of the allegory as telling us something about education. This is page 6. Socrates said, he's talking about two different kinds of confusion. Sometimes people get confused when they're going from the dark to the light because it takes their eyes a while to adjust. And sometimes people get confused because they're going from the light to the dark and it takes their eyes a while to adjust. But he makes, I think, a good practical point for students. He says, don't ever be too ready to laugh at someone who's confused. Because people are confused for one of two reasons. They're either going from lack of clarity to clarity, in which case you should be happy for them, or they're going from a place of clarity to a lack of clarity, in which case you should feel bad for them. But in either case, don't laugh at confused people, right? They're moving in one of the two directions. But he's been talking about this confusion that he says on middle of page 6. But then, if I'm right, certain professors of education must be wrong when they say that they can put a knowledge into the soul which was not there before, like putting sight into blind eyes. Paulo Freire calls this view the banking model of education. In the banking model of education, the professor has some capital knowledge. The students all have empty accounts. And they passively sit there while the professor distributes his capital into the student accounts. The students will every once in a while make a deposit of their own in the form of a test or a paper or a quiz, but only to make the ultimate withdrawal at the end of a degree. But Socrates says, no, that model of education, where the student passively sits there while he just receives knowledge from his professors, is wrong. He says, no, instead what our allegory has shown is that, this is continuing on page 6,